All right, guys, if you're looking for move-in ready, we got one for you today, and I'm gonna try to get another couple of move-in readies for you today. It just depends on how our time goes. I may have to come back on another day to do that, but hey, you're here now for this episode, and we're gonna tour model number 2162. That actually matches the square footage of this property. So 2,162 square feet, brand new, move-in ready. We got a 2-car garage here, so you can pan over here and take a look at that. We got the oh my God, Dante. Tile roof. So Dante's behind the cameras there doing his thing. Today, the life of real estate, you know, we had to hit the ground running, and I hit the ground running today, I'll tell you. So I hopped out, threw on my shoes, threw on my cap, and I was out the door today. And so we were able to come handle some other things we had to do with some contractors, and now we're out here at this tour. I'm excited to do this with you today because this is a corner lot, so I love those. And so let's take a look at this. Now with the corner lot, what I want you to take a look at here, look at the beautiful view down there. I don't know if the camera's catching that, but you can see the mountains right here. So imagine stepping out of your home and having to look at, getting a chance to look at that beautiful view every morning as you get ready to head out the door to head off to work, drop the kids off, go run your errands. That should put you in a good mood. All right, so let's take a look. This is a corner lot, so we're gonna go around the corner here on the property. And there's still, of course, this is new construction, so there's still a lot of construction going on. But you can see right here, what I love about this corner lot is that this is all parking that if you have guests, they're gonna be able to park all the way along this fence if you're having some type of event. And then right across the street, same thing. You have parking right across the street right there as well. So real quick here, guys. This one is going from, I got my little cheat notes here, and we are looking at a price range of $596 to $620. The beautiful thing with this is that you still have a great incentive that you can use. And so the incentive is $25,000. You can use that towards your rate buy down. You can use that towards closing costs. You can use that towards your solar purchase. So those are all things we can sit down and talk about. And my role is to sit down with you, give you some awesome tours, sit down with me, give me a game plan and go and search and help you find homes. So I'm gonna collaborate with you and help you find the best deals in town and save you a ton of time and help you save money. That's what we do. And you have that free help. We don't charge you anything for that. So you definitely wanna get a hold of me to tap into all of my resources. If you wanna see some of the other tours that we've done, you can tap up here and see those. I'll reference that again at the end of the video here. And so with that, we're gonna go ahead and pop on inside, take a look at the layout. All right, let's go. All right, guys, we are in the inside of this property. You know what? I'm gonna open the door here because I want you to see something. We talked about parking on both sides of the house, but then right across in the front, you have parking as well. So there's extra parking over there. And then as you come inside, you're backing in to see in the porch area right here. So you got a nice little porch area. If you're a coffee drinker, that's a nice spot to post up. Get your, if it's a Saturday morning, you can post up right there and get a little coffee in and just soak in some sun rays, and then get on with your weekend. So we're in the front part of the house here. We're gonna go through and just quickly take a look at everything. This is move-in ready. So all the upgrades and everything have been already picked out. And they've done a great job. You can see this tile flooring that looks almost like what we see in that very common with a lot of the builders. A room right off the wing here. And I think this is a very straightforward floor plan, so we're not gonna have to spend a lot of time here. Just a lot of the things are straightforward, so if you've been touring with us, you're familiar with some of the layouts. This is a straightforward layout. This is a room that's facing the street, so we can actually look through the window here, and it's facing the street, so you'll be able to see the parking that's right there. See, you have to open your window up and kind of see a little activity in the front. So that's this bedroom, and there's a window, 2 windows here, and then we go to the side over here, and 2 windows on that wall, allowing you to get more light into this room. So this is a pretty well-lit room. And so you may or may not be able to see that depending on our camera's lighting, but very well lit. And then right outside that room is another bathroom, or the first bathroom, I should say. The same flooring all the way throughout. We're just seeing carpet in the bedrooms, but tile throughout the home. This is the insert shower, step in, insert shower. So real straightforward floor plan there. I love that they put a little, even though it's an insert, they offered a little place for you to sit down. A lot of them are really straightforward. You don't always see the little seating thing there. That could come in handy, so you can get those heels there, make sure your feet look good for the summer. So that might be a good spot. And then here in the very straightforward bathroom, just your vanity right here with single vanity. nice lighting, extra tall door frames, and then we're gonna come right out. And this bathroom is being shared by 2 bedrooms. So this is the 2nd bedroom right here that it's being shared by. So keep in mind, folks, this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, and we got 2,162 square feet. So we got some pretty good, decent square footage here. So I'm gonna try to hit some of the main things that people ask for. So we got the hallway here, and right here, this leads to your garage. We're actually gonna peep into the garage. Why not? A lot of times the garage isn't finished, so today it is finished. And I try to stay out of every shot here so you guys can see more of the house and not so much of me. And so I believe you can get 2 cars in here. It feels pretty wide. I've been in some homes. I was in one just earlier today, and I don't know what it was. I couldn't figure out why it felt a lot smaller. It felt narrower. This one feels pretty wide. It looks to be pretty deep because you can see here we don't have any type of, sometimes what you'll see with some of the builders, they'll have a metal parking stand to block. So that takes away some of your parking space. It comes out to here a lot of times. So we don't have that. It comes all the way up here. So you're able to pull all the way up depending on what type of vehicle you drive. All right, and might as well point out, we do have the garage door open there. I know that I cover the greater part of Fresno, and some of the builders do not have the garage opener. So I always like to check just so I can give you a heads up if it does or doesn't. And here we go, back into the house. Coming back from Costco, right? Imagine yourself coming back from Costco. We got our coat closet here. We toss our coat inside of here real quick. So step in action here. So it's actually enough room for you to step in. I don't think there's a light in here though. Oh, there is. Makes sense because it gets kind of dark. This is a big one. So it's a big step in closet, coat closet. You drop your coat there. If you got something dirty, you throw it into the laundry room right over here. Let me turn on the light so you guys can take a peek at that. And here's something I want to point out. These little babies right here are included. So you have General Electric washer and dryer already here for you, ready to go, brand new. So that's in there, and then you have this property have some shelving. This is just a basic shelving, not the cabinetry, but you do at least have the shelving in there, and you can add to that later if you choose to do so. Now, I don't know why that light was blinking, but hey, we're rolling with it today. We're rolling with it. So now we're into the open floor plan. And in this floor plan, very straightforward, but there's a couple things that I know some of my buyers have asked for, so I want to point those out. We want ample cabinet space. So it depends on how much cabinet space you're looking for, but you have cabinet space down here at the bottom. So you have drawers, cabinets, you have shelving right here, right under the microwave, and then you have cabinet next to the microwave. Let's open this puppy up. This is pretty deep. So you have a deep cabinet right here next to the microwave, and of course, there's extra storage up here, it should be, right up here above the microwave, so that's pretty deep as well. That's the stuff that you don't really want to access on a regular basis. Underneath the sink, you always have your storage there, and then another cabinet right next to that one, under the sink there. 2 drawers, so that's pretty straightforward. You got your General Electric dishwasher, and then more cabinets here. So this would be a little extra, I would think. This whole section right here, cabinets here, and cabinets here. Let's open this up real quick. And so you can see those go back pretty far. I like the inserts that roll out. We don't have that, but that might be a nice little feature to add. So you have cabinets all along the wall here. And then real quick, we're talking about storage, right? Well, hey, we can't fail to point out the walk-in pantry. So I know that I get lots of requests like, does it have a pantry? Yes, this one has a pantry, it's a walk-in one. So the pantries are always different sizes. So this is a pretty good size. Mr. Cameraman here, Dante, let me give you guys a shot of Dante. We're gonna pan around over here to Dante. Dante's mad at me because he is not in camera mode. Like Dante's the GQ guy. He's not all hooked up today. And so I always do that to him when he's shooting videos. He's not really out here ready to be be in front of the camera, but he should be because he knows this stuff. And so this is a pretty roomy. I'm in here with Dante, you guys. So we're in here together. There's plenty of room in here. And I'm gonna pass this back to Dante, all right? Back to what we're doing here. So we got cabinetry here. Now we're over the range. So either side of the range, electric range here. And you guys, we're gonna, if you've been watching with me, you know that more and more you're not gonna see the gas appliances unless they've been grandfathered in. If they've been grandfathered in, you might see a couple of properties with the gas range, but those are going away now, and so they're mandated to use electric. So it's not really an option for you from the builder, okay? And of course, I mentioned that there's a cabinet right here next to the side of the range. And then this here, a lot of builders, so this space here, a lot of builders will charge extra to put cabinet space here. So I would say if you need extra cabinet space, you could just put something here, just put a nice little piece of furniture there with cabinetry in it that you could just put along the wall here. Or if you wanted the custom look, you can have your contractors come and just put a nice little, extend that and give you even more cabinet space. So the opportunity for cabinet space is here. And you could actually just come out, I would probably come out to the window here, get yourself another 2 cabinets right there. And then in this section here, you can either do your dining area here under the slide, but then guess what? You have this whole section over here. So this is a whole huge area. You might as well, I would slide my dining area here, actually. And then you can even have more cabinet space by sliding it down here. So you just have to decide, if you do use that as your dining area, what do you want to do with this? Probably pull that up just as extra light, turn it to a ceiling fan, because as you notice, if we scroll up, Dante, and show the recessed lighting, we don't have the ceiling fan. I think this could be a one here. So I would definitely have one over here, and maybe over here too. So you got two locations that you can think about that. If not ceiling fan, think of what you might want to do here. Do you want to just cap that off and turn it back into a recessed lighting? Because your table would be all the way over there. So this is something to think about. Again, wide open space. You're gonna have seating right here at the breakfast bar. And then you have space over here to use as a serving area or what have you. So this is a pretty huge breakfast bar that you have access to. We already looked at the pantry. Let's take a look at the master bedroom. That's the next money room, right? So let's go in, that's gonna be right over here, I think. Okay, I was wrong. There's another bathroom. So this bathroom has a tub. So we got a tub in this one. Once again, we only have the single sink, which is okay, because we have the other sink over on the other side. Same lighting setup. Okay, and then there's a bedroom right here next to that bathroom. So only one bedroom sharing that bathroom. The other bathroom had 2 bedrooms on either side of it. This room is about the same size as the other bedrooms. However, since it's not facing the street, we only have the one window. We don't have the 2 windows on this one, okay? Other than that, it's pretty much the same. So then we come back out and we're gonna pass right here, little counter area that you can decorate, fold some clothes here, however you wanna use this. And then you have some storage right down below here. So that's extra storage there as well. And then right above it. And I'm sorry guys, I failed to point out soft closed doors. So soft closed drawers, and you have some more storage up here. So if somebody's sleeping in that room, you're not gonna wake them up with these cabinets. All right, let's keep it going, So right around, just going around on this side over here, now we're going into the primary suite. And you feel like, right when you walk down this hallway, ooh, we got a closet right here. They have their own linen closet. So now obviously they can share this and not be disturbed because it's outside the bedroom. So you got lots of shelving right here. And then we close, that's a double door. So it's close proximity to the primary bedroom, but then it also allows for them to share with the rest of the household. And then you're in your big primary suite. Windows on two windows on one wall, another huge window on the back wall to the backyard. Tons of light coming in through here right now. And then we go right into the bathroom right over here. I'm gonna go straight on back, you guys. Jack and Jill sinks. You actually have a bathtub again in here. You got a walk-in shower, low step in. And we do have the master closet, walk-in closet, and we'll get you a look at that. So we got some shelving over here. You can hang clothes here, and you can hang clothes here. And so that comes with it, and then anything more would be what you customize. But definitely, this is your walk-in closet area here. Not bad. And then we got some recessed lighting here. So guys, let's go back on out this way. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything for you guys. So I want to hit it back again. We are at the Wilson Homes. That's the builder. The community is Regent Park. You saw it's a beautiful area with shots of the mountains when you walk outside. This particular model is ready, and it's a corner lot. So it has parking on across the street, in the driveway, around the side of the house, on both sides of that street. And then let's take a quick look at the backyard. We're here, right here, let's take a peek real fast. Okay, so you actually have a little cover for your patio. And that's important to point out because every new construction home does not. And so the people I've talked to that don't have it are like, man, I wish I had one. So I want to point out that this one does have one. And then of course, if not big enough, you always can extend that out and put yourself a little gazebo out here to make this a bigger area. And then we could kind of just pan around to show you how big the backyard is. And I'll try to walk around here a little bit so you guys can see how big it is. It's more wide than it is deep. But you know, let's count the feet from the cement here. This is a pretty good size backyard, but I'm gonna count it out for you real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. About 14 feet from the cement, not from the patio glass. So you could, that's all your backyard from the patio glass to here, but just from the cement there, about 14 feet here. And then I am not gonna count from side to side, but it's quite a bit of space from one end of the fence to the other here. And then here's the side of the house over here. So that's pretty deep all the way back there. And we're gonna see the same thing, a little bit narrower on the other side, but kind of the same thing there. And so you can see this is a pretty good size. The total lot size is over 5,000, about 5,500 square feet, 5,800 square feet, somewhere right in there. So that's about where you're at for the lot size. But you just saw the kind of how in real life what that looks like on a 2,100 square foot home, because the home eats up some of that lot. And so there you go there. So we're outside here. I think I hit everything. I'm looking at my deal here, my little cheat sheet. I think we hit everything that we need to hit. Other than that, you guys check out my other tours. You can click up here and see those. I would love to connect with you, even if we just collaborate, share ideas. I'm totally down for that. I love doing that. So hopefully we can connect and I can educate you on the Fresno area, the best areas to be in, what each area offers. Obviously we can't get into all of that in the video here, but I am at your disposal to give you the down 411 info on all the parts of Fresno. And until the next tour, see you then.